This morning I woke up feeling like shit. Just perfect timing too, because I'm on vacation for the next 2 weeks. We're hosting Thanksgiving, so there's family gonna be here, and I'm gonna probably feel like shit the whole time. It's great. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Melody Loves Death Metal. Quick question for all of my people who watch this video. Does anybody else suffer from sleeping? Like, do you have bouts where you go through insomnia? Because I've suffered from that for a long time. And I don't really take sleep aids or anything like that. I'm not a big fan of taking medication unless I absolutely have to. So I just kind of go through the motions. And I've found that it's generally when I get like super hyper focused into my work and other stuff going on in my life, and then I just don't sleep because my brain doesn't shut down. So last night was one of those nights where I did not have a good night's sleep. I was up very late and I could not fall asleep. I was just laying there staring at the ceiling, and then I finally said, fuck this, I'm going to put my AirPods in and listen to music. And this is where this came about. I was scrolling through my inbox and I saw a couple of promos that I hadn't checked out yet. And I saw, a split release between Headsplit and Saco Un Ojo. Well, those are two of my favorite underground death metal labels. So this is probably good. Chances are I'm going to like it. And sure enough, yeah, it's Carcinoid. They have a new EP coming out this Friday, November 17th, called Encomium to Extinction. And yeah, it's really good. Band is from Australia. They have one other full-length album that came out in 2019. This was very much a COVID band for me. I learned about who they were during the era of COVID right around the beginning of this channel. I had bought their first full length called Metastatic Declination. And it's very good. I really, really enjoyed it. I think it got some pretty high praise too, on like the underground death metal scene. And then they came out with two other splits afterwards, which I also own. I realized I don't think I ever showed them off on this channel, which I need to because they're very good. And I actually just listened to this other band that's on the split, Gossador, a couple of weeks ago. They came out with a great album a couple years ago. So they did a split with Gossador and then Charnel Altar 2019, 2020. So it was very much like the COVID band. And they kind of just went away for a little while. And now they're back with an EP. 28-minute long EP. So we're borderline album length here with that. I was surprised when I saw how long it was. I was like, oh, is this a full length? Or no, it's an EP. You got 5 songs of just what feels like you're walking through or walking out of a graveyard with, fucking skeletons hanging off your legs and trying to devour your body. That is exactly what you're getting. They've got that death doom sound. There's a lot of doomy elements into their music. And of course, it's that old school, like Morbid Angel style kind of. It reminds me just slightly a little bit of Morbid Angel. But it's more of a doomier element, and it's just very, more of that suffocating style of death metal that I really, really enjoy, especially within these newer bands. And then they've also mixed in with their lower growls with some of the higher shrill screams that just make you, again, feel like you're walking through a graveyard and there's something chasing you. So it's a really good EP. I really enjoy it. Death Metal Promotion is a YouTube page that I follow on here and I absolutely love. Link will be in the description for them. They put up the full entire EP yesterday, so I'll go over there and listen to it if you don't want to wait until Friday. I don't think it's fully up on Bandcamp yet. I haven't checked. But all the links in the description of how you can buy this. So Meisako is putting out the vinyl. It's already up for pre-order. There's a color variant, and then there's a black variant as well. I like that color variant. It looks awesome. But I went ahead and bought the CD from Headsplit this morning. I saw that it went up for sale this morning. And there should be a tape version coming up from Headsplit as well. If you're not familiar with Headsplit, you should be, because I've talked about them 1,000 times on here, and I've shown off probably about 70 of their tapes. I think it's been a while since I've put a big order in from them, but they release stuff nonstop. And they find some like underground, old school, like thrash, black thrash, speed metal, death metal gems, and they put them up for sale, and they're just always so good. And then they also released the newer stuff, and that stuff is also really good too. There is something called, there is a tape up right now that I'm probably going to get, if I can find it, because it's sold out, and that is Stench Gorging on Mephitic Wrath, which is another awesome release that came out this year that I still have not talked about, but I will. But I noticed that the tape is sold out, and I was kind of disappointed by that. So now I got to go try and find it elsewhere. I think there might be a CD lingering somewhere. But they've also got the new Molder and Gross and Decay album up, and so yeah, Headsplit got a lot, and Saco's got a lot too. So two of my all-time favorite underground death metal labels. I buy from them often, and I will say. Saco is over, I think, in the UK. I think that's exactly where they're located. And so if you order in the US, to make the shipping worth it, because it's expensive shipping, definitely put a big order in, because I think you're paying like $20 for shipping, which is essentially a full an LP, because he doesn't rip you off with LP prices. They're like between $18 and $19, even for color variants. So I will probably hold off on getting this on record for a while until I think Meteor Gem usually gets them in stock. And then I saw that, did I see Blastbeat get these Saco? So yeah, these tend to hit the US distros and stuff like that eventually. So I might just hold off and see if it'll get sent to here. But I definitely got the CD this morning. I really, really enjoy it. I think it's a good release. It feels good to kind of get back into listening to the new music that's been coming out and getting more involved with it, because for a while there I kind of stopped this year because it got a little bit too hard to keep up with things, and I was so heavily fixated on getting records in my collection that I didn't have yet, like Deicide and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a little clip at the end of this of the second song, Encomium to Extinction, the title track. There's a breakdown towards the end of this song and that I absolutely love. It's so good. I'm going to clip that because I want everybody to hear it. The first song, Led to the Worms, has an awesome chunky bass line in it that just really stands out. One of my favorite things. I just love the back and forth of the growls, and then every once in a while the high shrill screams come in. It's just that dark, creeping, dark, suffocating sound that I often love. They call it grave splitting grooves in the promo that I got. The like press release of what it was, which are funny, and I should probably start reading some of these, because whoever writes these is very creative with what they have to say, because these are words that I would never think to use, but it's got revolting riffs. That's a good call out. Yeah, savage drumming. The drumming is very good on here. So yeah, so definitely check this out. Links will be in the description. Again, if you're not familiar with Headsplit or Saco, I definitely think you should go check them out, their pages. Headsplit only sells on a website, but they also link all the Bandcamp links to what they're selling, so you can listen to it. So that's a good tip to keep in mind. And then Saco has a Bandcamp and then a regular webpage too. So awesome labels, and this is a really good release. I hope everybody listens to it, and I hope a lot of people enjoy it and buy it. This band is pretty cool, and hopefully this means there'll be another full length coming soon. But again, this kind of feels like a full length. It's 28 minutes long, and that's a pretty good sized EP there. So that's all I have today. I'm gonna try and get more content out this week, and I will see you guys in the next one.